get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should ride on.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's going on? I missed my humble baddies.
Happy
I
Wednesday.
missed y'all too.
AKA
Happy
Hump Day.
Okay, Ashley with the pigtails looking like a little 12-year-old.
Girl, I was having a bad hair day, so this is my go-to. You know what I mean?
We wouldn't know. We wouldn't know. So cute.
That's that good hair.
Period.
That's that Indian coming out, girl.
Oh my gosh, we're back with another episode of the Humble Baddies podcast. I'm your girl, Ashley Nicole.
I'm Alexis Stoudemire.
And I'm Sharelle Rosado, and we are
the Humble Baddies.
Period.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
How was everybody's weekend? Sharelle, you back?
I'm back.
Finally.
And I have been on go mode, working. I had a major opportunity with the brand Monday, so we were out. So missed that, but we're back. Still a little jet lag, but I'm feeling good.
Good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What you got going on, Lex?
I have been nonstop. Also, my oldest son, Amare, just had his last high school game. He played basketball, finished that season, and then just finished volleyball. They lost in the playoffs. So it's kind of bittersweet because it's like low key, all of these practices over all these years to see him finally coming to the end of his high school career. It's just kind of bittersweet because it's like, him being the second. I'm like, I used to just sit there and just take him from city to city, gym to gym, practice to practice. And now it's just like all comes down to this, and it's low key shifting because it's like as a senior, he doesn't know where he wants to go to school yet. He's been getting some offers. And so it's just like kind of bittersweet as to like, okay, what's next? Because low key, after now, like starting now, he's kind of like low key on his own. This is when they start, at this age to kind of like start their path of he has to get himself up for practices and take himself to practices and show up and work out. So it's just kind of like 18 years, here we are, just kind of, I'm sitting in it, you know what I mean? So that was one. Then I drove up to support Asada in a basketball tournament in St. Leo, Florida. So shout out to St. Leo University. It's my first time ever. It's a little outside of Tampa. Just went there to see her for a couple of days and they ended up winning.
Okay. So
that was a little vibe. And then lastly, came back and went straight to Mary J. Blige. And let me tell you something.
I went to the one in Tampa.
Really?
Miami.
Well, yeah, she was here and she just wrapped her 40 city tour in Miami. And so it was just like incredible to see her. She is looking good. She sounds amazing. And I was with a good group of ladies.
I wasn't happy on this one though.
I was just like,
Sharelle?
No, because she didn't do none of the old school hits.
What? She did little snippets and like.
Well, the clips I saw, she was just holding the mic up like.
No,
I wasn't happy with this one. When I went to the one at the Hard Rock, it was like a couple months ago when she came to the Hard Rock.
I wonder if it was a different show. I'm hoping.
Did Neo open up?
No, no.
Okay, so it probably was a different show.
Yeah, it was just a long, extensive show, but he wasn't there. at all. It was just good. I just enjoyed
I
her
don't know.
music.
I was not satisfied with the one that I went to.
But I was.
Did she
I
do her
enjoyed it.
dance when she
Of
kicked?
course, in the boots, you
Yeah,
know.
you know she gonna do the boot dance.
Yeah, the boots. She was wearing them boots and
But did you see all the Miami girls come out? The aunties come out with the boots.
yeah, everyone had their boots on, they vibes, you know. Everyone, that's what I love about a concert. We gonna show up and show out, by the way, you know. It's just never a dull moment. And it's the opportunity for us to like, you know, recreate our energy and our vibes of when we first heard that music. Cause like that's what music does to me. It's therapeutic. It just brings this energy out. So the fact that I could like sing some of these songs with her and I was just like, oh, I remember that time when, or it made me feel like this when. So it felt good, you know, I don't know, some about these concerts, they just bring out that vibration and just a different energy. So it was good to see the people. The people came out to Miami. So shout out to all the aunties and unks, big unks that came through. You know, it was a good
Them
vibe.
aunties was stepping.
Yeah, they were in them boots.
Well, speaking of concert, our first topic I want to talk about is Miss Beyonce. She
Yes.
has kicked off her Cowboy Carter tour. Her first show was in LA, and I was glued. When I say glued, I was flipping back and forth from people's lives. Like, okay, let me watch their live. Oh, she got better seats. Let me switch to her live.
You were
Okay,
watching lives?
I was watching it live.
I was looking at the outfits because I'm trying to come ready when we go to Paris.
Yes.
People got the fits, people got the dance moves going on, the choreography, all the words.
Okay, so are y'all a part of the Beehive? Are y'all real Beehivers?
I'm not a real beehiver, but I support.
Okay. But wait, what? I don't mean to cut you off, Relle. What's a real beehiver? I want to know first.
I feel like a beehiver consistently goes to Beyonce concerts.
All her concerts.
Yes.
Every time. Yeah.
They're not gonna miss a concert.
So every album, every concert.
Tour, every tour. Yeah, like it's a big deal. Like we wait for this, like we're in line waiting to buy our tickets, you know, like you know, like we know the words to the songs.
Okay. I don't know.
We don't allow any trash talk.
Okay, I love it. Keep going. Keep going.
And we're preparing our outfits like months ahead of time, you know, like that's a true beehiver, I feel.
What people are gonna think that I am a true beehiver this come June because baby, the outfit is gonna be put together.
Okay. Check.
I'm a lip sing. I'm gonna be drunk as hell.
Okay, so check.
Lip singing like I know the words and don't know
participating.
Okay, that's all that matters. Because yeah, as long as you fake it till you make it, boo. Because when I say I'm gonna have a time at this concert, I love going to see her perform. She to me is like, I would say the Michael Jackson of our time. Like, I mean, as far as women go, I don't know, like another woman I would say that does it for you. A better show. Like overall, like she's giving us visuals, she's giving us outfits, she's entertaining, you know, like it's worth what we go through to get these damn tickets. Okay.
Yeah, she's working hard. She has the fits on fits on fits on fits. Shout out to Shanoa, her stylist, who I'm sure works countless hours with these designers, getting these outfits together and the dancers. Yeah, it's just amazing to see the production, her voices. I think I'm a beehiver. I have been to multiple concerts. But not the most recent one. So
why you didn't go to that one?
You said what?
Why didn't you go to this last one?
Because I did not purchase the album. Low key, did not really.
You didn't like it? You didn't like the album?
I didn't even really honestly give it a chance. I was okay. I'm okay with the movement. I just love her in general. So it was just like, let me vibe to the music that was out. And so
I know a lot of people didn't resonate with her most recent albums that she put out. Like I know a lot of even like beehivers, I felt like at first were kind of like, what is this? You know, it took a minute
to switch over to country. I'm okay with it. It just wasn't my wave right now. And I can't really say that I have an opinion on the album just because I did not give it a whole chance. But I love the aesthetics. I love the vibes. I love everything about it. I love the fact that, we're seeing the glow up of Blue. Sis, our niece is
Yes.
vibing and grinding and vibing and thriving and just everything, all of the above. And they brought out baby Rumi, the little one. So it's just beautiful to see, just like it's still family oriented. Very much she's set on really leading her legacy, leaving her mark. And I'm like, what's next for Beyonce? Because it's just like she just keeps setting the bar. So as someone who just loves entertainment in general, I'm definitely down to support her.
Speaking of Blue Ivy, let's talk about her glow up from being shy to now killing it. Like Ashley said, I was also watching different clips, and it's just like she went from 0 to 100. You can tell people criticize her so much during her first stage performance with her mom. They were basically clowning her, and instead of her quitting and shutting down and like, I can't do this, with the public coming after me, it just made her go even harder as a child, and she is killing it. Baby Blue was on the stage, pop locking and dropping it with confidence, like she was the choreographer.
That was her show. That was her show.
It was her show.
I love it.
And did y'all see she was doing like the same choreography, like some old choreography that Beyonce had done in the past, and they like put it like side by side. And I was just like,
you a true beehive. We ain't pay attention to all that.
Yes, girls, it was from like a previous like performance that Beyonce did. It was the exact same choreography, and Blue killed it. Like it was made for her. Like I was just watching like a proud mama. Like
yeah. I love about it.
I was very proud of her. I was like, I just love to see it. Like she went in, she was like, I'm not gonna let people stop me talking crap about me. Cause y'all see people was imitating, recreating videos, just making so much fun of her. And I felt bad. I felt sad for her because I'm like, she's a young girl. Like she's just not getting into it. But baby.
Yeah. And I love that Beyonce and Jay-Z as parents decided, I'm sure like it was a conversation they had with Blue Ivy or whatever, to push her to not let that stuff get to her, like I think that speaks volumes of like the kind of parents that Beyonce and Jay-Z probably are.
For sure. Yeah. They're both, the top of their craft. And this comes, and I'm sure they've instilled in her, this comes with the territory. One, she's a public figure. Two, but the way you can just tell in her essence, the way that she carries herself, she's humble, she's very grounded. And, I'm looking forward to seeing more. And I just love that the fact that Beyonce, instead of like, it's like, take your daughter to work day, but it's like tour with me, get a check, write all this off, have this experience, this hands-on craftsmanship, it's production, it's dance, it's choreography, whatever your lane is, baby, I got you, the fits. And she just really gets to see who her mother is, and they get to spend this time together. So it's just beautiful to see. I'm down for it.
Yeah, and she's also creating generational wealth.
100%.
To be able to bring on, her child, and it seems like Blue is really putting in the dedication, and she loves it. It doesn't look like Beyonce is forcing it up on Blue.
Yeah.
And it took hard work. Like that choreography is not easy. Okay.
Yeah.
And Beyonce wasn't gonna let her get on that stage unless it was right. Okay. And so Blue been putting in some work.
Yeah. She was sharp with the moves, baby.
Sharp. She ain't missed a beat. Okay.
Yeah.
So kudos to Blue. She up there doing her thing.
It's definitely legacy. It's just, and we're seeing it. It's beautiful to see just the transition and just seeing all of this coming together. We get to see it in real time.
And it's like it's trickling down. Now, she brought her first daughter. Now she's bringing it on her second daughter.
It's so cute. The way she looked at her mom and was just cheesing so hard.
And waving at the fans. It was so beautiful.
Yes. And she hit her mark too. You see, she tried to get her choreography down too.
Oh, she's going to be next in line.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it with her little boots.
Oh, shout out to Beyonce for continuing to shine for the Black women and creating generational wealth, showing that it can be done. Your child doesn't have to exactly do what you do, but like Beyonce is a great singer, dancer, but she found something in Blue and her child, and she's bringing it out of her. So shout out to our boo Beyonce. She is the humble baddie.
And just really just bringing it back to like Black excellence, like you said, and the Cowboy, just bringing a lot of like the Negro Chitlin circuit that she's highlighting, the fact that, you know, it's the essence of what it means to be a Black woman, American woman, Texas, cowboy chic, all these things. So shout out to her for real. I love that. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. The next topic, what baby? They better stop playing with our boys. Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, nephew.
Shedeur. So he single-handedly raised the ratings for the NFL draft because everybody was waiting to see where he was gonna go. I don't watch the damn draft, and I was watching the draft.
Girl, me too.
Every night, like,
after the first round, I you know, I'm like, okay, it's, you know, boring. But baby, why y'all playing with our nephew?
Why y'all
all those rounds? I've never watched it past the first day, ever.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he got his position slid down because of who he is, who his father is, or was it purely on him just being overconfident? Like, what did y'all take on the reasoning that he didn't go the first round like everybody thought he would?
I feel like the owners were trying to prove a point. They're not used to seeing a young Black male come before the draft and say, you know, his statement, and I don't want to quote it wrong, but basically he was saying, don't pick me if you don't want this, and this. His statement was very powerful. And I feel like the owners didn't like that. And it was allegedly said that the owners don't want him because of the statements that he made.
Well, I feel like he 100% is very vocal, just like how Sharelle said. And very much, it's also a trickle effect of, we all know who his father is. We have Deion Sanders, who came to a Division I university, who just revamped this whole program, coming from an HBCU, by the way, of highlighting these players, making them a top contender, also elevating ratings, which we all know equals money, to the point where he was coaching these boys, your Travis Hunters, who ended up being number 2, etc. And there's other players that he had drafted. But the fact that he has really changed the game, as well as the good old boy dynasties of not seeing us in these positions, as well as now he has raised, like, we have witnessed him raise his sons and his daughter to be very just confident. And that is something, I mean, I look at it now in little league ball, and we've seen these over the years, where the parents that are involved, that are coaching, are the ones where they're pushing their children the most and playing them the most, these things like that. But with this, we have seen it happen. And this is like the full circle moment. So I think it's a trickle from the dad being very much, he's prime time. You know what I mean? He had a song. He had
one of the best of the best.
He had the vibes. Come on now. And he played baseball too. So like he was doing all of this. Plus, he's instilling that he also knows how the league is ran. He also knows the mentality of what it means to be a Black man in a white league that's ran by, owned by. He also knows he understands brand management. So all these layers that he has instilled in his child, I'm not mad at. It is very intimidating to these owners that they can't contain it. But at the end of the day, this is a young man who is also professional. So he's going to show up and show out. And I think the NFL needs this energy. They need this vibration. They need this generational energy of, like, I am a business person. I'm also a brand, but I'm also going to show up and do my job. So I cannot wait.
And if it wasn't for me, you would be where you at.
Yeah, that's what we were watching.
I'm so confused to see this. Why would the NFL, I mean, I understand those things that you're saying, but I mean, to me, it just makes more sense to, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It makes more sense to have a player who is confident. Like, isn't he a quarterback? So when you want, like, wouldn't you want somebody who's more confident? Wouldn't you want somebody who was raised by an NFL player because he knows the game and he's teaching him like the things to do, what not to do? Like, to me, it makes more sense to invest in a player like that. Yeah. I wouldn't want to invest.
Confidence to them leads to problems. You never heard in Shedeur having any problems off the field.
Exactly. So that's why I don't really understand it. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want a player like him. He's confident. He's well-spoken. He's a leader. He's respectful. He knows the game. He's been raised by the game.
The Most High.
Are all
he's been raised by the game. Okay, yeah. Yes.
That's what I'm not understanding. Like, I'm sure it's something, like, there's a reason, and I'm sure it's messed up. You know what I mean? But logically, and if it's about money at the end of the day, and it's about winning at the end of the day, why would you not want to choose a player like him? And I think
he's gonna sell tickets too, and we're gonna tune in.
And now, and that's the thing too. Yeah, it's about money. And so, and now everybody's saying like he's gonna show out and do the best. So I feel like it's gonna work out for him either way. But logically, I just don't understand it, because that would be the player that I pick.
I don't think it's about money. I think it was them trying to prove a point. With the Sanders, I feel like money is not an issue on their end. And, the owners they do have money from the players. I feel like they were trying to prove a point. Who this young cocky dude think he is, I'm gonna prove a point. And it trickled down probably, history from his dad. His dad is not a run over. He's going to speak his mind. He don't sugarcoat anything. Mm-hmm. And it was, I feel, my opinion, it was more of a personal issue than money.
I agree with that.
And also, I just read that he has sold his jersey
on his website, right?
It's crazy right now.
Can't wait. I need to go and get me one. Actually.
He sold what now? What he said?
Jersey on his website.
His jersey sells.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
I ain't mad at it. See, he's smart. I mean, this is the quarterback that I would want. Like, if I'm about winning and all that, then yeah, that's who I'm picking. But
my question is there a deeper issue with seeing young Black men walk in full confidence? Why do everyone have to see? Because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter come in and, oh, that's what he get. He just cocky. He being cocky like his daddy, blah, 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 blah. A bunch of bull crap. Why?
We're also not watching them on the draft. We're also not tuning into a University of Colorado game. We're also not rooting for him. This is a deeper rooted issue. It definitely has to do with color. It also has to go back to historical and biblical times we're going to even take it back to, U.S. history of slavery. So let's talk about that for a second. So it goes off of that whole mentality of, let me break him down. Let me take away this essence, this natural essence of this king energy that I have. And low key, the draft, they hold the power to put you in this league. You know what I mean? So,
but you know what I love? But you know what I loved about it? The fact that they thought that they were going to affect something by, not drafting him first, second round, third round. He still kept his composure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He still celebrated.
And that's being raised correctly by his parents.
Exactly.
100%. And his number, he was 144. So that means a huge significance in the Bible anyway. It has to do with the 144,000 that are chosen. And many are called, but only a few are chosen. So stand on it, nephew. I'm here to see it. I'm going to support. And I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan, so I am now, until they play my Chiefs. So until then. So
how about this prank call that the one of the Atlanta Falcons coach's son made, pretending that he was, making a call to, draft Shedeur? What do y'all think about that?
Disrespectful.
Very.
Yeah. So apparently his son wasn't the one who actually made the call. It was his friend. But, the son apparently.
They were both in on it.
The
Yeah, for
son was
sure.
able to have access to the
Yeah,
phone
the son
number.
got the access from his dad, right?
And the NFL did find the father and the Falcons organization, but
As they should.
that money should be going to Shedeur actually, because he's the one that
Right.
emotionally was harmed by this.
Right.
Second, the NFL has enough. So go on, slide that on over.
Yeah. Do y'all think that was enough punishment?
I
No.
feel like the fine should have been a little bit more.
Yep.
I mean, a lot more.
Make it hurt.
Yeah, because you have to set an example. Y'all trying to set an example to humble players who are very confident and know their worth. You need to set an example for these people, these children out here playing on people's phones.
Your child going through your
Yes.
paperwork. So that lets you know that there was a list of everyone's phone numbers that people have access to, that they were able. And this is the day you do receive a call. And usually it's through an agent, but because he didn't hire one, it was his personal phone number. So all of the, coordinators had this access to this list. So it goes to show you that, it's a way that you should not be having your work at home. And what I didn't like was the fact that this young boy filmed himself, and not only filmed himself, he put it out there for clout, for likes,
Yeah.
and it's just, so that's disrespectful. So he should be reprimanded too. I know it's, the father was fined X amount of dollars, but
I feel like
this
the
young
father
boy,
had
he's 21 or so, by the
I feel
way.
like the father had something to do with it. That's
I
just
mean,
my opinion.
we don't know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And since we are talking about father and son, we looking at a whole nother example of how you raising your kids. Okay. And Shedeur wasn't the only one to be pranked, by the way. He was one of a few. Obviously, his was the one that was out there the most, but it's just sad when
So that same boy called more players.
I don't know if this specific boy did, but he wasn't the only one. I did see that earlier today, that he wasn't the only one. But obviously, again, going off of the fact of Shedeur's brand and star power, that's who we're talking about. That's who was like talked about on the, on the shows and everything like that today. So it's just unfortunate that,
and they shouldn't even be able to have
it's disrespectful.
that confidential information. Like, this is their numbers, their privacy, and for the kids to easily have access to that.
Yeah.
Now the owners need to be, instead of trying to worry about humbling people, they need to worry about teaching trainings to the coaches and the head coaches and their staff on how to
confidentiality,
secure information.
Keep working at work.
Yeah, I agree. That was very messy, very unprofessional. Yeah.
It's disrespectful on all levels. I mean, think about this. Every night, this is what you dreamed about as a young boy, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever years old. You've been waiting on this night to get that phone call, to wear that suit, to have your family and friends around, everyone who's been going back and forth to these practices, spending money, investing in time in you, for this one day where you get this phone call. And this that young man ruined it for him. It's unfortunate, it's sad, and it's disrespectful. I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It made me feel some kind of way as a mother.
I agree.
I wonder what they would have did if it was back then and somebody prank called Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All of that.
I don't know, but I do want to say that I think Shedeur is going to come out on top at the end of the day. And I can't wait for him to show everybody. Like, I'm going to be like, see, I can't. But I just love watching the draft. I love watching the parents. Like, I just love watching their reaction and like the moms. And I love seeing like the girlfriends and how they're acting. Like, I really just be looking at everybody. It's like a show.
Wait. Y'all know what live rent free in my head?
I think I know what you about to say, because it can't get out of my head. Let me hear.
The meme of Russell Wilson's ex with that face.
That was funny.
Right.
There was a couple
that she made when he got drafted, and now they use a meme when she thought she hit the jackpot.
It was her. It was another one. Remember the girlfriend was sitting on the player's lap and the mom yanked her up off the lap? That's funny too. That was a funny one. No,
I think this year the only meme they made was one of them had like a little baby, like a son, and the baby threw up when he got drafted. So they were like, I don't know.
Maybe he didn't like the team he was picking.
You know what I love looking at during the draft?
What?
That people really don't speak on? Them players be dressed.
They do speak on like their outfits. I do speak on that. Who put that together?
Not everyone. Now you got some of them country ones that don't know, like, baby.
Most of them be country.
No,
I mean, straight country. Yes, be looking like somebody passed.
This is their time to shine for the national stage. They are showing up and showing out.
Crazy as hell.
No, actually, not everyone be wearing the Steve Harvey suit now.
But did you see the number 1 pick, Cam Ward from Miami, was in there? They were clowning him because he wasn't. They said, "Oh, you in a Banana Republic off the rack suit," because he was in a nice beige suit,
kind of underdress.
Yeah, and very much just he was like, "Look, I'm here for business for one reason only. I'm gonna go get my hug from the commissioner, get my hat, get my jersey with my name on there, be the number 1 pick, and let me go to work." So he was focused. So it's whatever your vibe is. I mean, this is the stage. If you're not gonna show out, what else you gonna show out? I mean, they got their checks. I mean, it's a little different now with the Nils, but they got their checks.
Like,
we on ESPN.
Where did they get that from?
It's an event, y'all. This is the Met for the NFL. So like, they want to show up, you know.
That's what we call it, the Met for the NFL. But some of them be having them Steve Harvey suits on though.
Whatever they need to. And they showed out. I love to see the runway. Let me see the runway.
Fellas, y'all gotta make sure y'all stuff is fitted to the T. Fitted. The pants,
the diamonds dancing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I love to see it. It's a celebration. I mean, when my sons get drafted, I'm gonna be right there, just suited and ready for them. You know, let's go.
Yeah. Well, make sure they ain't dressing no country ass 3-piece.
Nah.
What did Phil wear when he got drafted? Because you know he from Columbus, Georgia, baby. They be wearing
probably some country shit, child. I ain't even gonna lie. He was still wearing country shit when he was in the league, and you know they had to dress up to go to the. I used to look at his suits like, baby, please, Lord. Please.
You know, Columbus used to wear the tees, the long tees that stop to your knees.
Yeah.
He had on suits, but them things was not cute. They was very cute. Very cute.
Amari got drafted and he had all that fabric. That's back in the day when them suits were used to go like the jackets would be all the way down to, you know, your thigh. Them big suits, all the fabric, pinstripes, you know, everything. So
help them, Lord.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing across all the leagues.
Help them, Lord.
That is funny. Well, somebody got to teach them. Who's the best dressed right now in the NFL?
I don't know. I'm be paying attention.
It's some out there, but I can't think of their names.
I feel like they all have stepped their game up, though.
Everyone has a vibe, though.
I feel like when we was in the league, they was just getting because they had to be in suits when Phil was still playing. Like they didn't play that shit they be wearing now. They be wearing all kind of shit now. When Phil was in the league, they were supposed to have on like a nice suit, like a well-fitted, and they would have the little suit guys come and whatever. But now I see they be showing up with their little purses, their little merces, and all kind of stuff. Oh, you know who I do like? I don't know what his name is, but the one who dresses in like his African, I think
he's dating Cash Doll right now.
That's Cash Doll man.
I like that too.
Yes.
I do like him. I
love that. I love that. Okay.
It's very authentic.
But when they be showing up with their merces and fur,
let me tell you, I love it.
All kind of stuff. I'm like, that is a lot. Buy that for your wife.
But they're in runway. Back like years ago, they never would the designers would not make the sizes for these players. You know, they have different measurements, whether they're tall, they're wide.
So now the NFL players, I feel like
the guys are doing it.
And but you know who be stepping? Stephon Diggs be stepping now.
Yes, he did
Yeah,
well.
Stephon can
That's
do.
what I'm saying. The new NFL, they're
He's good passer.
smaller.
I like him.
They're more petite. Like they can fit the clothes. Like NFL players back in the day were bigger. They couldn't fit that
I
shit.
can't fit in the pants. You got to get them custom made.
It's just a
Still can't
runway
fit that shit.
now. Everyone's about their brands. Everyone's about like, you know, stepping up and then buying the brands. They are very much into
But
the
back in the day, it wasn't
vibes.
allowed. They had to wear suits and like that's it. It was a suit. Now they're giving them the freedom to step out and do their own thing, which is cute. I like it. I like the African attire. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Cash Doll Booby dressing. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Dressing. That's her man.
I saw them in Ghana actually.
Yeah, they were in Ghana when we was
We
there.
were in Ghana. I saw them out and they were so cute. That was like early on when they were dating, like earlier. He do. I like that. I like him dressing in his cultural attire.
That is sexy. Seeing like the Africans when they wear their coat, that jacket sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
We know you do.
I'm not dealing with
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, don't start that today. Don't start it tonight now.
Nothing.
Where your drink at? Where's your drink at?
I got some water.
Heavy on.
I'm gonna drink for you tonight. All right, let's get into it, y'all. So we added a new segment from our last one, the Baddie business segment. Each time we're on, we're gonna bring in some business advice, and I know for this one, a lot of people there has been a lot of talk about tariff. The real tariff trouble and the real cost of doing business. I know people heard of the word tariff thrown around in the news or seen your vendor raise prices because of import costs. But what does that actually mean? And it's okay because some people don't know what it means. They just hear it. They hear it on the news and they pass by, especially these young entrepreneurs. So today we're going to break it down and we're going to teach you how you can basically maneuver around it. Try to maneuver around it. So what is a tariff? The definition. A tariff is basically a tax the government puts on goods coming into the country. Think of it as a price tag added to imported products. Here's an example. You order some lashes from China. The product might have a tariff slapped on it before it even hits your inventory. Tariffs are usually meant to protect domestic industries, but sometimes they backfire and just make stuff just more expensive.
Right.
It's definitely gonna backfire.
It is. Okay,
it's gonna make.
Go ahead, Lex.
It's gonna. I'm saddened by it actually, just because people just really just don't know what's getting ready to happen. The fact that lashes, like let's just say, even wholesale, the fact that you're going to be spending 140, whatever, 130% on top of it, not only is it going to affect the consumers, like, those who can't do lashes that want to get them done, the prices will go up. It's also going to change how the vendors or, the ones who are actually applying X, Y, and Z on us or the lashes, it's going to affect them too, because now we're going to be like, are the lashes worth it? Or am I just going to go down the street and do my own? Right. Or it's going to change that industry. So I look at it like this, I understand what the administration is trying to do, buy American, keep it in America, X, Y, and Z. But even if you look at something like a car, even if it's like, let's just say Ford, that is known to be built here and it's an American car, there's still technology, the computer, the certain parts that come from overseas.
Exactly.
So with that being said, that particular part is still going to make the prices go up. And let's not talk about repairs. The repairs, for example, every even the shipping containers have slowed down. So that has trickled into the employees working the shipyards. The container companies, the distribution companies have now laid off employees. So now not only do you not have enough workers because there's nothing coming over, you're also now dealing with the fact that you can't afford anything. I mean, eggs, for example, are still high, basic things. And so if you
I'm
can't,
about to go get me
if you
some
don't
chicken
have a
like
job,
Ashley.
yeah, it's like if you don't have a job, if you don't have income, what can you purchase? And then if you can't afford the basic necessities, it's gonna be very hard out here. And I'm gonna say, I hate to say this, but we're looking at another recession on the way. We're looking at hard times, and then we're looking at people that need to eat. And they're going to try to survive to do this. I mean, it's a trickle effect. And this is just April, and we have not seen the results of this. This just was implemented a couple weeks ago. And I just purchased a foreign vehicle. Thank God that I did right before the tariffs kicked in, because low key, they have inventory now, but next year they won't. Apple iPhones, the little things we take for granted, all these things will now be increased in prices. And so it's like, the workers are going to be laid off. There will be no money. There's no trickling in. And again, I appreciate America. I love it here in that kind of way, but we depend on other countries for other things. And
Same with
even
building.
tourism,
Same with building.
everything,
Development.
I want to
everything,
know what the Trump supporters got to
everything.
say now. Like, this is who y'all voted for. Why y'all complaining now? You know what I mean? Like, y'all didn't read the policies that he was planning to implement, because this isn't something that he just brought up. Like, there was a whole
People
plan.
weren't educated.
And day one, he started implementing these plans, and y'all over here like choking. So I'm just wondering, how y'all feel about your man now, about your president?
Well, not only that, is deporting, it's everything. It's just
Everything.
changing maps, history, all these. It's just a lot taken away, monuments and museums, and just it's a lot of energy going on right now. And it's about educating yourself 100%. Like, these tariffs are going to affect us. Little things we took for granted are definitely going to affect
It's definitely
us.
about to affect me. Y'all know I'm in development world industry. So I'm worried about that, because I do a lot of government contracting, and we just received our final award. So with government contracting, you have to set a price and it gets approved, your final price. So now it's like, okay,
everything's higher now.
Everything is going to change. So it's cutting back on our fee of what the business can profit from. So it's just it's affecting a lot of things.
It is.
But let's continue on with this. Small business owners have to raise their prices to survive, but customers don't always understand why their $20 tea is now $28. Struggles competing with big brands. Big brands can buy in bulk or shift production fast. Small businesses, not so easy. Tariff can widen the gap. You had a reliable vendor overseas. A sudden tariff might force you to scramble for a new supplier or delay your drops. What you can do. So here's some humble baddie survival tips while we're going through this crazy time right now. Resource smarter. Look for suppliers in tariff-free regions or even locally. You can also negotiate with vendors. Sometimes they'll share the costs or burden. Bundle products. Get creative with pricing to make things feel more valuable. Tell your story. Educate your audience about what's going on. They'll be more willing to support you through the shift. Our final baddie takeaway. Tariff might be out of your control, but how you pivot, that's all you. So whether you're shipping from Ghana or grabbing lace from the Philippines, know your numbers, protect your margins, and keep that business boss energy high.
Okay, good tips. Good tips.
I like those. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all, I sent out a tweet today.
Oh no. You didn't let me
I'm not
You didn't
on
let me
Twitter. Do I
approve.
need to log on Twitter to see?
Yeah,
what
do I need it? You didn't let me approve this.
So my question was, and I'm gonna ask y'all,
I'm nervous.
do y'all get like a warm sensation when y'all drinking alcohol? It's not every alcohol
Like
for me.
tingly? What do you mean warm sensation?
It's like a warm sensation that
Yeah.
like, but it's only when I drink vodka.
What? Okay, you
Tell
talking
me
about
what you mean warm.
the
Like a hug?
he be popping is what
Yes.
you I mean, yeah, it does.
Only vodka for you?
For
Oh no,
I
not
really
vodka.
feel it.
Wine do it for me.
I feel it when I drink vodka.
I think it's all of the above for me. It's just different energy. Like if I'm on tequila, it's a different Lex, you know what I mean? You know, you're gonna get y'all know my dances, you're gonna get that. If it's vodka, it's definitely more a
I haven't drinking vodka. I've been on like tequila a lot. I don't think tequila make the pee pop. The tequila make me party. Like I wanna.
Yeah, tequila make me turn up. Hennessy make me want
agave. It's sugar.
Exactly. Vodka. I think vodka don't make it pop either. Vodka makes me. I don't know.
It's the Tito's vodka. Like I was on
Tito's. You know what? I'm trying to have some flashbacks, Relle, and I think you might be onto something. I think the vodka might actually take me there more than the tequila does.
It does. I'm telling y'all, it's that Tito. I don't know what they put in that Tito's vodka, but
it's American, so it won't have a tariff. By the way, the label in the bottle might, but
I be on the mushroom. The shrooms make my pee pop.
Shrooms do?
The shroom, the chocolates. I ate these chocolate.
Which kind? Which kind of like is it? There's certain ones, right?
I don't know what the name of the brand is, but it's a certain one.
Right.
That really makes it pop. And yeah, it's ask Phil.
What Relle? Yeah, what?
Like, and I love it because it's not like overly too much. It's just like she lets you know she's in the room, you know?
She lets you know she in the room.
she has entered the building.
Entered the building. And then you'll be like, oh, hey girl.
She be talking.
Yeah, she'd be like, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I like that because it's like not like
sit to that.
And then I feel good, like it gives me energy. So y'all gotta try that. You know, ain't no hangovers involved. You know, hydrated. It's the shroom, and it's from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it.
It's the microdose.
Ashley says she be talking.
She be talking. She be like, "Hey, girl, don't forget I'm down here." Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's something about that alcohol. Something about it just do something. Like it just like it put a microwave down there or something.
I think in general, yeah, like liquor makes you loose. It loosen you up. You know what I'm saying? The goose make you loose. Say?
A microwave?
You hot in the pan.
Not a stove, not a heater.
No, because it's instant. You know, microwave heat up real fast. Soon as you drink it.
What kind of Cheetos you got?
Huh?
What kind of Tito's you want? What kind of broccoli you drinking?
I'm telling y'all, I didn't realize that, you know, I was on the plane and, you know, the flight attendant, what do you want to drink? And normally I don't drink, but I was like, let me get Tito's and cranberry juice. And I put a splash of cranberry juice in there and I took a sip and I was like,
that's the altitude.
That's not the altitude.
That's being, you know, sky high.
Well, listen, I gotta try.
But I think you onto something though. I feel like after I have a couple Cosmos, yeah, the vodka kind of gets.
It be hot down there.
Started. It's not a hot down there. There's other things that get hot down there. It's not the vodka. It's just definitely the tingling, the warming sensation of your body. yes, you getting activated for sure.
Yeah, it's an activation.
It's an activation.
They need to label it. They need to put a caution.
Yeah.
It does activate. And then have an arrow going down.
No.
No. They need to sell Tito's in the sex store.
They be selling other stuff. The honey packs.
Not the honey.
What is the honey pack?
It's like them.
I personally don't know, but that's what I hear.
Is it a pack of honey?
It's a different.
It
kind
looks
of
like
honey.
it.
It helps with long time fun.
Do the girl take it or do the man take it?
I've heard it's for the men, but I don't know.
Oh.
Why everything got to be for the man?
I need to ask one of my friends, a female, if she's taken it before.
What they got for us? Vodka, that's it? That's all they got for us is vodka.
I don't know. I don't know if it's strictly for men. Somebody needs to let us know in the chat. Let us know.
Y'all let us know, is the honey pot for us or not?
The honey packs.
But I've seen it like as the jokes, like put the honey pack with the drink, all mix it up, and
they've not them putting it with the drink. They making a whole concoction.
Upper, downer, lefty, righty.
Listen, I'm still getting messages about the Pop Rocks.
What?
The people still loving the Pop Rocks.
Oh, they're saying thank you for that tip.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put that on my list. Let me go.
One lady messaged me. She was like, "Girl, it was my husband's birthday, and I just want to thank you. I tried the Pop Rocks." She said she messed up and put the whole pack in her mouth.
That man thing was just popping.
And she almost choked, but he enjoyed it. So she had to spit some of them out. But she said she had to learn because she didn't realize they was popping in the back of her throat. I said, you can't. So I replied to her, I said, you can't put the whole pack in your mouth. You got to put a little portion.
It ain't no directions on them.
No,
because they're not for this.
That's right.
That's a different usage. That is not what it's for. Okay.
No, they have Pop Rocks specifically for that
at the sex shop.
Oh, I didn't know they had them for, but they Pop Rock.
You know what? Can we take an adult field trip?
Well, because you had told me.
I need to see some.
Yes. So did you try the Pop Rocks, Ashley?
I did try the Pop Rocks.
Did you have a good experience with the Pop Rocks?
It wasn't a bad experience, but it was a lot for me.
Did you put too many?
It was very distracting.
What's too many? Because some people put the whole, because it's candy. So some people put the whole pack.
I put enough. It was a good amount. Yeah. It was a lot.
You can't though, because you got two different objects. You have many objects in your mouth, and then you got the main object in your mouth, and you just can't.
What? I'm gonna call you after this, and I'll let you know.
Well, it's not for us. It's for
them.
For others.
You can't put Pop Rocks on us?
No, they're gonna be popping all up in your uterus.
Oh, what they got for us? They get everything.
They have ice,
lube.
No, we don't need lube.
That's it.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what they have for us.
That don't sound. What else? What else is there?
We have, for us, there's ice and the tongue.
And there's different types of lubes and different types of.
But you don't need lube. Don't need that.
I'm saying, but they have sensation.
Yeah, like you are the lube.
Remember? Yes.
I'm just saying they have some that give you a little cooling sensation.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They have the cooling and the warming and
I don't want that cooling and warming.
Thank you.
That's what the Tito's give the warm.
No, the Tito's give the shock.
We need to have next.
My anniversary is coming up, so I'm gonna go to the store and see what they got out.
I want to go.
We should take a trip. Let's take a trip.
All right, let's go.
I ain't got nobody to use it on, but I can still take a trip.
I like going to see what's going on in the
I
section.
may pack it in my next trip.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Y'all are a mess. Let's get into this humble baddies mail.
Please and thank you.
Before we get into it, y'all, let's ask our fans if there are some tricks that you can recommend for Ashley. Her anniversary is coming up. Tricks or suggestions. I'm sure Phil is in the chat. So, ladies, give our brother some suggestions on what he should, do for Ashley for their anniversary.
Yeah.
And also DM Ashley and tell her what she can do for the anniversary to spice it up a little bit.
I like that.
Let me know. Y'all let me know.
Also send in what doesn't work either, so you can avoid that.
Yeah. And make sure instructions are involved.
Exactly.
Because I told y'all about the pop rocks and I didn't give y'all the instructions.
You didn't say just put a couple.
Not the whole pack.
Yeah, like you're supposed to
that makes a difference.
We need the timing. We need to know everything. Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready for the humble baddies mail?
Please.
All right. I got it. It says from Anonymous. Hey, humble baddies, can you give advice to your fans on what you did to glow up for yourself? I know everything starts within, but it would be awesome to hear how each of you started your glow up journey. Thank you.
Oh,
okay, glow up journey.
Oh. Well, I mean, when we get started, I can say
go ahead.
I feel like everyone has their moment of just like low key when their moment is of glowing up. I mean, it could be a trigger, it could be something that happens, it could be a breakup, it could be whatever the case may be. I know that with me, it definitely started post-divorce in my healing journey of like really trying to find the essence of who Alexis is, going back to my spark, going back to like out of disappointment of failure and all these things and really getting my confidence back. So I wanted to tap into the essence of who Alexis is and what am I going to do now? So it helped me. Like, I know that one thing that really, really resonated with me was establishing boundaries. Also taking people, not having people like in my space that I have created of tranquility, of peace, that took time and healing, and also saying no. No has been so beneficial to me with my mental health, with my time, with my aura, and really just like all of that. I have put myself first. I made sure I was the first priority, and then my kids, because if I'm not healthy here and here, then everything is gonna fall apart. And I felt that, you know what I mean? If something happens to me, all this is going down because this is who I am. So I look at it like I had to prioritize Alexis, say no, and set boundaries. And that is how my glow up has been. It's drinking water, it's health, it's doing things that I like to do, it's traveling, it's spending time with friends, it's eating out, it's all these things that make me who I am. It's going to school, it's following my passions, it's really just listening to my heart and really just putting myself first. So that's how my glow up came.
Yeah. I love it.
I feel like I had a glow up after I had Fox. I had to figure out how to, I didn't do it on purpose, but I got like this supernatural like strength. Like I just wanted to do everything. And for me, it was bodybuilding. Like I know I wanted to be back in shape and get my body back or whatever, but I was like, that's not enough. Like I need to do the extreme. Okay. I need to be a bodybuilder. I need
that, by the way.
Yeah. So for me, I think like that challenged me and pushed me, and I had something to focus on. And it wasn't so much about like, getting my body back. It was more so like, I'm about to challenge myself. Like I am a mom, but I'm so much more than that. Like I can still do this. I can do that. I can do whatever I want to do. And right now I want to bodybuild. And I know I got like so much like flack from it, but, what is that? Can y'all hear that?
No, I don't hear that.
Oh my God. Anyways.
Those pictures came up, by the way, in my phone from the memories. It was around that time. Yeah.
Girl, I need to go back and look at them because the bitch is out of shape. Okay.
Look, baby, I was like,
I need to run that glow up back.
I'll never forget that. You had that baby stroller right there, baby.
I sure did.
And one. How about that? I was like,
yeah. So, it was more about like just like you said, Alexis, like just really being selfish and kind of like worried about myself. And for me, I needed to focus on myself, and you have to focus to body build.
It takes a lot of dedication.
Yes, very disciplined.
That for me was like how I got back into, my glow up. I think that was the beginning of it for me.
Yeah.
My glow up was medically retiring from the military and starting my own business. I had a lot of people who doubted me and, said that you're crazy for leaving the military after 12 and a half years.
Why is that? You're not supposed to leave after 12 and a half. Most
people do they become dependent on the military because it's a steady income. It's just
it's safe.
And leaving at 12 and a half years is very much premature in people's eyes.
Yeah, because they're scared. They don't know
what else is out there.
Out there. And I didn't know either, but I took a chance on myself. And I knew there was more, my thought process, if I know what I'm making in my future 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I know what my paycheck is going to be. That's not enough for me. So I like to, strive. I like to go further in life when it comes to that. So I was like, this is not for me and it's time to give it up. So I stepped out on faith and opened up my own business with one check, and it just went up from there. Like, who would have ever thought after medically retiring from the military, 2 months later, I opened up a business and I'm on national TV.
Right.
Just like that. It's the glow up.
You just have to see more for yourself and know like you can have it. Like whatever you want, you can attain it. Like it's possible. I think that's the beginning. Like your mindset just has to shift, and you really just have to focus on like what you see for yourself. What do you want your life to look like? And then just start making actions. Don't just talk about it.
Be about it.
The common denominator is definitely that switch going off of like what it is for me. Like I feel like we've all said that same thing. It was something for me to do. And then that catapulted, because we get consumed with, as mothers, as significant others, we put so much into everyone else and forget about ourselves. So like to answer, the Humble Baddies mail, it's really about tapping into your essence of who you are, your worth, your value. What do you want to leave your mark, your legacy of while you're here? Because, life is short. So we only have one time at this. So it's definitely about self and being healthy for self, doing what you like to do, showing up for those that show up for you, all these things. And really just at the end of the day, showing up for yourself, because you're the only one you got. So,
and don't be afraid to step out on faith. Like take that leap. There's no guide or that says that you're going to make it all the way.
Correct.
And that you're not going to fail. You're going to fail. Get back up and keep going. Don't be afraid to step out on faith and do it.
Yeah. I love it.
Yep.
Thank you for that, Humble Baddies mail. We appreciate you guys writing to us. If you guys need any advice or, just want to tell us something, please write us at Humble Baddies. Wait, what is it? Humble. What is it?
It is contact at humblebaddies.com.
My bad. I had a brain fart.
It's okay. It happens.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you.
Them pop rocks that got up in that brain.
Lock and drop it. Lock and drop it. Hey.
But Again, we appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Humble Baddies podcast. We will be back next week. Please write us your questions, your comments. I'm Ashley Nicole. You can find me on Instagram and all the others at Ash3Nicole.
I'm Alexis Stoudemire, and you can find me at Alexis_Stoudemire on Instagram only.
And I am Sharelle Rosado. You can find me at Sharelle Rosado_. But make sure before you follow us, you hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
subscribe, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell your baby daddy, tell your secret lover to make sure they all subscribe, because we are always talking about something juicy, current events, and you may learn a little something to spice up your love life. So make sure you follow us, subscribe to us. Until next time, we love y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in.